Hey everyone, today is another Friday, and we are about to start in this whole other dimension with my favorite character as the main character for this. So, here we go. Hope you like it. Chapter 2. Morning in Quipto City. Springtime in Hysteria. Tall metal buildings glistening in the early rays of sunlight, flying platforms whizzing through the streets full of people going to and from work. Down in an alleyway, Summer hid away. She had brown, messy hair, hazel eyes, and freckles. She was 5'6" tall, and she was 16 years old. With a gray shirt, long sleeves, and green pants, she was hiding in the shadows as best she could. About a week ago, she found a rare demon-killing ore and paid a man to turn it into a sword. It was illegal to leave the city walls, even more illegal to bring foreign materials into it. Summer had to sneak through. She had to not bring any proof of a demon back into her city. There was no way she was not going to bring back proof. Today, I'm going to kill a demon and prove they're still lurking on this planet, she whispered, getting onto a small floating platform of her own. She flew all the way to an island with all sorts of mysterious creatures living on it. "Come on," she growled, standing in wait in the grass. Summer stalked quietly on the grassy beach, waiting for a few minutes. Then, finally, a black demon hissed and crawled out. Summer jumped down from her grassy ledge and shouted. They both screamed and ran at each other, but as Summer swung her sword, the demon dodged and bit her shoulder. Summer screamed in pain and fell to her knees. The demon seemed to disappear or dissolve in the air. "What a curse," it said in a demonic voice. The words echoed in Summer's mind. She grunted and held her shoulder as she left the island. It wasn't worth it anymore. She got too impatient. Nobody could know what she did. Summer Log 1. The bite looks infected. Not too bad, I think. I've gotten plenty of medications to help. It really doesn't hurt at all, though, a voice recording said. Summer Log 2. I'm getting worried. It's getting a rough feel to it, and it's going down my arm? It continued, fuzzing between recordings. Summer Log 3. Now there's a spot on my leg and face. I'm not going to a doctor. They'll know what I've done. Everyone knows that leaving the city is illegal. My arm is almost completely red. It feels like there's scales on my shoulder. The clip ended, and a video log opened. Summer had a deformed red arm and orange demon eyes with red scales everywhere. Summer, log 4? It almost took most of my face, and I've been missing my friends' activities. My strength and stamina have risen, and my reflexes are faster? It cut off to the next one. Summer, video log? No, log 5. It's not just an infection. I can feel scales, and my canines are much larger. Look, I'm seeing spikes grow on my arm and leg, and the tape fuzzed off and opened to the next one. Summer, log 6, I have a tail and claws, she shouted, hyperventilating. I'm freaking out. I only have 3 toes, and they look like hooves. She panicked, tripping over and ending the video. Summer woke up in a hallway, being dragged by a royal guard. She gave a short scream and squirmed, stopping the guard. He then grabbed her by the shirt and kept walking. Put me down! Please, let me go! She screamed, punching him with her normal arm. She was thrown in a white room with an obsidian throne that was carved out on top to look like a pitch-black piece of coral. How dreadful! A sly voice echoed through the room. Summer quickly got up and saw the supreme leader standing in front of the throne.
You are awfully small, but hideous, he sighed. You'll never need to worry again. I will end your suffering, young one, he smirked.
Summer stood there, catching her breath.
Watch,
he purred as he turned on a camera.
Dear people, I have good news and bad news. I'll start with the bad. There was a terrible curse blowing through, and I have seen what it can do, he boomed in front of the camera. Does anyone know this girl? He said slyly, showing a picture of Summer before her bite.
What? Summer whispered. One guard chained her up and sighed.
Hey, April, Winter, look, hurry!
A girl cried, watching the news.
What, June?
Another said, running over.
Oh no, is she dead?
A boy asked. Winter was 18, had blonde hair and brown eyes, pale skin, and stood at 6 feet tall, with a chipped tooth. Winter was also Summer's boyfriend of sorts. June was 16, had long red hair, silver eyes, and stood at 5'1", and she had freckles everywhere. April was 17, and had short, crazy brown hair. She stood at the same height as Summer, and she had blue eyes. All three of them were Summer's friends, and they had all been friends since kindergarten.
Why is she up there?
Winter asked softly.
Well, she hasn't been coming to any of our activities for some reason.
Maybe she's dead, April said, covering her mouth after talking.
Well, you can say goodbye to this poor girl, because she's going to be killed tomorrow. She left our city, and on top of that, she brought back a curse with her. The Supreme Leader chuckled. Look at this creature made by the curse, he said in a fake, scared voice. He panned the camera to Summer, and she was already panicking at the thought of being killed. April gasped, and June turned to Winter for a hug. Summer?
Winter choked in shock.
The only monster here is you,
Summer finally shouted.
You kidnapped me, she added. Oh, look at those deadly eyes and extremely dangerous fangs, he smirked behind the camera.
Summer was flushed. She was already being described as a monster.
Hey, watch! Scary!
He dropped a paper on top of her. Summer didn't even realize that she was burning. Like she was about to catch fire. She struggled with her hands as the paper went into flames.
Summer,
April gasped in tears.
Now, not to fear. The good news is that I've made a machine to stop it. No one else will end up like this poor girl. Well, have an amazing day, Quiptonians, the Supreme Leader purred, turning off the camera. Why can't you save me? Why kill me? Summer asked, her heart racing. Because I can't, and I won't let you turn into a full demon and destroy my city, he said in a shrewd way. Then Summer was dragged into a dungeon-like cage. They tried pushing her in there, but Summer shoved back in panic. She felt an extreme pain flare up in her head and swirl around her. Then her head burst as if something was crawling out. She screamed and grabbed her head, but felt two sharp, bloody bones jabbing out, too. The guards were shocked and backed away. Summer rubbed her fingers down the bone, but it was still growing. Summer felt blood trickle down her face, and she could not breathe. "Were those horns?" one guard barked, grabbing his spear. Summer couldn't remember what happened next, but she seemed to wake up with her arms covered in blood. She saw the two guards torn and dead,
and Summer was out of her cage. The cage that was now burned and torn apart. With a shock of guilt and horror, Summer realized that it was her that did all of it. She heard more guards coming down the hall. "Oh, no, 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 no," she whimpered, backing away into her cage.
Yes, so now you know why this traumatized little bean is my favorite person. Okay, well, it gets more juicy later. Bye.